Okay, so we're gonna go over an exercise called a low oblique sit, or also a modified side plank. So when doing this, we're gonna go ahead and get on our side. We're gonna have our elbow down, our knees bent at about a 45-degree angle. We don't want our shoulder to be sloppy, so we don't want our shoulder down like this. We wanna imagine if we had a porcupine on our shoulder. We don't wanna poke our ears. We wanna create some space and some stability around this shoulder. Next, we don't want the rib cage to be sagging down, kind of bending in through here. We wanna lift the rib cage up and remember that intra-abdominal pressure. Breath in, provide that outward expansion 360 degrees around. Next, we're gonna take this top leg, we're gonna lift it up and put it in a comfortable position, whatever that might be for you personally. And then as we go through this exercise, holding this alignment, we're gonna think of increasing pressure onto the outside of our knee in about 10 to 20% increments until we get to our maximum ability of putting some pressure. As we're increasing that pressure, we're gonna slowly lift our hips off of the ground until we get to about an inch to an inch and a half off of the ground. Hold that while we increase the pressure until we're not able to anymore. We start to feel some of that increased tension or some of that firing of muscle activation on the outside of our hip, and then we'll lower back down and continue to our next rep. So this is what it would look like. We're gonna push some pressure to the outside of the knee. Pressure, pressure, pressure. The hip is coming off of the ground. This leg is supporting me. This elbow is supporting me. I'm not sloppy through the shoulder, and the rib cage is elevated with some intra-abdominal pressure. I'm increasing that tension in through that knee. Pressure, pressure. I can start to feel some of that firing on the outside of my hip. And then as soon as I'm starting to feel some of that, we're gonna low back down and hang out there. This is a low oblique sit or a modified side plank to help you get into that position. Alrighty.